Good morning, Bulldogs. This is one of our cats, Shaq. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Would you please stand for the morning ceremony? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Once again, I hope you guys had a great weekend. First of all, congratulations. The first celebration is today starts the second semester. So congratulations to all of you that were successful with your courses in the first semester. I hope you take a moment right now to remember where we were in the beginning, where we were in September. So we had some heavy anxiety or we were nervous about being here in person, how it was going to work, the safety plan, and just think about how far we've come and the great job you guys have done in the classroom, the great job your teachers have done, supporting you in the classroom and putting together a hybrid learning model where we have a chance to be remote or in person. The great job your family and community's done supporting you. We've come a long ways in a half year. We didn't know when it started in September if we'd still be in business right now, but it's a tribute to what you guys are doing because we're still here 5 days a week when pretty much no school in the region or New York State is doing that. It's a tribute to the attitude and effort you guys bring each day. The fact that most of you continually strive to do your best work and be your best self. Keep it up. And if you keep up the same attitude and effort you've shown the first semester, no doubt that the second semester is going to be just as bright. Many of you are sitting in new classes this morning. Make sure you reach out to your teacher if you're confused about where you go the rest of the day. And realize that if you looked at your schedule last week, today your schedule might be a little different when it comes to seminars and study halls. They needed to be changed on Friday because many of them were in the computer as a year-long course. So your seminar and study hall may have changed over the weekend. So make sure you check that to see if you're in a different room or if you have a different teacher monitoring that room. So take a look at that, this morning before you get to third period. If you have study hall, especially in the morning or in the afternoon, first period or fifth, if you're looking for either senior or parent release, make sure you stop by the counseling office and they have a form you can fill out. Just make sure you realize that if you fill that out, that's the intention that you're going to be coming in late or leaving early every day. For us to keep track of where people are, that's got to be a decision that you make that you're going to be picked up every day at that time if you're leaving early or coming in late every morning if you have study hall, either first period or fifth period. So once again, stop by and see your counselor and they have a form you can fill out for that. First of all, it's a new start, it's a fresh start. Like I said, many of you knocked it out of the park first semester, but realize that today is a chance for first impressions. And if you didn't do as well as you thought you should have or could have first semester, one good thing about semester scheduling is you get a fresh start today. And like it says right there in the quote, like that quote, first impressions are so important because they last well beyond that first impression. Now some more celebrations. First of all, Aiden Nichols, sorry, you covered up there, Aiden, and Christian Tewksbury. Congratulations, they made the All-Eastern course, and that's just a huge accomplishment for them. We also had our Bulldog Pride Award winners. We didn't announce all of them, but here are the ones for our LOTE department. And then we also announced the ones for our art department. We will be announcing probably 2 or 3 more departments this week. So congratulations to all of you that not only did a good job in the classroom, but you did a good job interacting with your teachers, showing compassion, respect and responsibility, and just being a person of high character. So good job, guys. You might have also seen new member in the building, Mr. Amy. He's joined us while Mr. D's out. He'll be out at least another week. He'll be back. He's doing fine. He's just recovering for a little medical procedure. And Mr. Amy is a former principal, superintendent at Avon. He's just a great guy, and you see him here playing the guitar and singer. He's also a good musician and sings at the local churches. So let's welcome Mr. Amy when you see him in the hallway. Another celebration, sports are back. And I know many of you are really been eager and chomping at the bit to get back into athletics. Right now, Mr. Kress and Mr. Cole and the administrative team are working hard with local ADs and superintendents to put all the rules and procedures in place. Just make sure you realize that you're being given an opportunity right now. Make sure you follow the guidelines that are in place so that when these sports get rolling, they can keep rolling. And once again, along those lines, the spring musical is being planned too. So a lot of big things happening. And like I said, it's a tribute to what you guys have done so far. So keep doing what you're doing, and these big things are going to continue to happen. Once again, the second semester, your goal is to make it better than the first. And part of that is how you treat others and the attitude you bring each day. Now, along those lines, we need to make sure that we continue to follow the safety procedures. It becomes a little bit more comfortable when we're here every day, but that just means we have to be more diligent to stick by the rules. We need to make sure you don't come to school if you have any symptoms whatsoever. Stay home, let your parents know, call the nurse. But we've got to stay diligent and make sure that we're following the guidelines. You need to wear a mask, needs to be up over your nose, you need to make sure you socially distance as much as possible, and follow the guidelines that we have here in the building. If we do that, the big things like we talked about, athletics, musical, those things can happen and will continue to happen. Along those lines too is seminar. Once again, study hall 2, this kind of goes for, but if you're in a seminar, you're in there for a reason. We need to keep the building safe. We need to make sure that people are basically in pods during lunch eating. So if your room changed, make sure you check that, like I said before, but you need to be in your assigned seminar location. Teachers will let you take a quick bathroom break, but you need to get back as soon as possible. You can't be hanging in the halls. We did have a few students that were having a problem with that first semester, and they probably won't be here second semester. So you need to make sure you're following those rules. You need to be in the room you're assigned to be in. When you're in there, you need to make sure you're seated behind the barriers when you're eating. You need to make sure your behavior and your voices are under control and you're respectful to people at all times. It is a downtime for you to kind of recharge and be relaxed, but you need to make sure you're respectful and you're in your assigned room. And that guidelines are exact same guidelines that go in for study hall 2. Everyone's small part is going to make us successful. Transition zones, we have, it's going to be a little different this semester because we have different classes, so you need to make sure you're listening. Your teachers will post this each period, and you can just listen, but there'll be 3 zones. It'll be yellow, blue, and orange. Yellow will be first, blue will be second, orange will be third. We'll announce it by the subject and the teacher. So when you go from, you don't need to memorize this, your teacher will post it, but this will be the switch from first to second period. So Mrs. Patterson will go on and say, okay, the yellow zone now, if you're going to math with Mrs. Pierce, for 6-8, grade 6 through 8. If you're going to Spanish with Ms. Hansberger and so on. When you hear your class name called for your next class, that's the zone you go with. And once again, this is to keep us in business. We can only have so many students in the hallway at a time. We need to make sure that we're following the one-way pattern. Many times these main hallways and the gym and even the auditorium here, when it's crowded, we need to make sure we're funneling down the middle, but these English hallway, the Lot hallway, social science hallway, and the math hallway are all one way. So make sure you're following that. Once again, the little things will keep us in business, so stick to it. So once again, today's quote, this goes along those same lines from Emily Dickinson. You take care of the small things, the big things take care of themselves. You can gain more control over your life by paying closer attention to the little things. So congratulations on a great first semester. I know the second semester will be even better. Keep it up, Bulldogs. Stay safe.